Today is June 13, 2024. This is my morning video. Every morning I try to make a video sort of to keep myself conscious throughout the day. Right now it's about, I think, 9:30, 9:40. I have a picture up here. Those are from internet. The Buddha is from the Buddha temple in Sterling, Virginia. I took myself, and then the middle one is Shiva, Hindu god, and the other one is Jesus. The Shiva and Jesus, I took it from Google and printed it. And this picture I got from Amazon. It is right behind me. It is the universe. I use that as a reminder a lot of time, to remind how our life is so insignificant in a good way, because we take our life too seriously, and we think that our life is forever. Yesterday I was listening to a I was reading a Thich Nhat Hanh book. I think it wasn't that How to Smile, how 100 years from now we will be all ashes, we ourselves and our loved ones, because nobody lived beyond 100. So in his book, it was a reminder that if you think of that, then you'll be more loving towards your people around you. So yeah, I was just trying to remember that. Today, for once, I thought I'll try something different. I'll try something. My daughter is having lots of challenges with her health, broken arm and rashes, but I figured I'm not gonna talk about it, because I think more I talk about it, it stays in my head, and I can't really do much about it. I have to, yesterday when I went to my therapist, she said a good point. She said, just deal with the fact, what's there, what you can do, just do that, and rest, Don't worry about what's tomorrow or day after. Just think about today. So today, my plan is to, I'll be doing a Shiva puja that I was planning for a little bit. I'll take a shower, and then I think I'll go to the Indian grocery store called Patel Brothers, and from there I'll buy some flowers, some fruits, and some sweets, and come home and do the puja, and pray to God for Alice's healing. And even with that, I tried to do the gratitude practice when I was on some videos. I think, I can't remember if it's Joe Dispenza or Tony Robbins. Somebody said that when you get up from bed and you just put your feet on the ground, and then you say the things you're grateful for. So today I said I'm grateful for the sun, the blue sky, and the trees. And I'm also grateful for a lot of other things. In Thich Nhat Hanh book says, he talks about smile. He has a story that when he was a novice monk, meaning when he just became a monk in the beginning, he thought, if Buddha noticed all this suffering in the world, how come there was this nice, gentle smile on his face? Then he realized that Buddha knew how to suffer well. So the book No Mud, No Lotus. In that book, Thich Nhat Hanh explains a lot about that, how to suffer well and how to remember that it's a cycle, because the lotus grows in a mud. Without the mud, the lotus won't grow in a marble. So mud and lotus both are necessary. Also, what happens is the lotus today doesn't stay a lotus always. Eventually it becomes a compost, and then from the compost again, eventually the flower comes. So, and also the flower has water element in it, and the sun, and a lot of other things. So we all are interconnected, and remembering that part is also important, that we all, not only the human beings, but the trees and the rocks and the river and everything is interconnected, and we are all made of stardust, like here. Remembering that is extremely, extremely important. So I'm going to try to remember that, and I'm going to try to live a conscious life today as much as possible. So I'll try to make these videos throughout the day, because this does help me to stay more aware of my mindset, and sort of not to go to the past, because our mind is wired in such a way that when we go to the past, unfortunately, we tend to think the things that makes us sad, instead of, even though we have good memories and the good things, seldom we think of those. So better is not to go to the past, just stay in the present moment. And same thing with the future. When our mind goes in the future, we tend to worry. So instead of thinking something good, because and I remember in the Dale Carnegie book, I think he says our mind is wired in such a way that we I think they say it a little bit better than how I'm going to say, because I don't remember the exact words. Our mind is wired in such a way that we worry of the negative more than, rather than thinking the prospect of the good thing. It's not me, it's not you, it's just how our brains are wired. It focuses on the negative more. Part of it is the survival. That's how in the past people survived, and unfortunately, even though our brain evolved like computer evolves, that is the part I guess still did not evolve. Sadhguru says that we suffer our own intelligence, because animals don't do that. They don't think about the past or the future. They just stay in the present moment. And we human beings, we are evolved. We have supposed to have better brains, which we use for work and other things, our intelligence. But then we forget to not focus in the past, not focus in the future, rather stay in the present. So yeah, I'm trying to train my brain to do that more. Like right at this minute, I'm safe. There are so many people in the world who are not safe. They don't know what they're gonna eat. I'll be able to eat and drink water, breathe clean air. Not many people in the world has that opportunity, so I'm grateful for that. And and I'm going to try to get grounded with the senses. And I have been practicing the 5 senses, and from now on I thought I'll also try to practice the 6th sense, which is our mind, because the first 5 senses, nose, ears, eyes, taste, and the feeling of the skin, that is our bodily senses. The first five senses are bodily senses, and the 6th one is our mind, which gets influenced by the first 5 senses a lot. So anyway, I was trying to calm my body down like water. That's what Thich Nhat Hanh says in his books. Yeah, hair is not looking the best, but that's okay. Just trying to hear any sound. Very far away, maybe lawnmower sound. Can't really hear anything else. And I can see the colors in the room of different things. I try to, when I'm inside the room, I try to notice all the colors of the rainbow pretty much. Violet, dark blue, light blue, green, orange, yellow, and red. So all the colors of the rainbow. Taste. I haven't eaten anything yet today, so I can still taste what I had for dinner. That's a good reminder. And the feeling of the skin, I feel the top I'm wearing and the string here, and also it's a little bed I'm standing on to take the video. It's like actually just the mattresses. And yeah, and it's a little bit colder, not hot, not cold, a little bit on the colder side. So those are the 5 senses, the bodily senses, and the 6th sense is in our mind. So in our mind, what am I thinking? Well, I just thought about this practice that I did. That's good. And the mind still keeps going. At least good that right now I'm thinking about actually the puja that I'll be doing, the Shiva puja. So that's a good thought. So yeah, if you can, I guess, if you think of your mind is going to the past and to the present, and if you can't control that, one other way to do it would be just divert your mind. Try to divert your mind to the positives from the past or positive from the future. That is at least better than thinking something negative or thinking something worrisome that could happen, because sometimes it's not as easy to just be in the present. So I guess there's a loophole. The loophole in the method is that you can go to the past, you can go to the future. Just think of positive instead of thinking negative. I don't know, I just randomly came up with it. I guess it worked with my head to trick my head, so I might use that. Last night it was interesting as I'm watching my thought, and when I say watch, I really am watching with my mind, right? With my conscious mind and subconscious mind. I have a picture here I'm going to show you. This is the subconscious mind, and conscious mind. I have a smiley face here that I printed in the room. And our subconscious mind is constantly working, 90-95% of it, and unfortunately a lot of it is negative. And the conscious mind has to watch it. That's why I have this picture. One time from meditation, it actually came to my mind, and then it's from Buddha meditation, so I printed it, that conscious mind. And so Thich Nhat Hanh also talks about it, that in his The Energy of Prayer book, the conscious mind actually has to watch our subconscious mind, or I think they have also a concept called stored consciousness, where seeds of all things are there, good and bad and everything, and whatever seeds get watered by the conscious mind is what gets activated. If you remember in some of the videos I talked about, we have a good side. This one I refer on my left hand, and a bad side, which things, worries, being anxious. So whatever we water, we can activate this side. So we have to keep activating or watering that good side of us. So that is how we can be happy, we can be peaceful. Yeah, so when I was kind of experimenting in my mind, and I was counting my thoughts, and somewhere in a few seconds, somewhere in a split second, one time in my thought, I was thinking of the food that I ate, and next time on a river, I'm thinking of a vacation, or next I'm thinking of something totally random. It's so yeah, it's interesting when you start to watch your thought. And because I tried to catch the thought one after another, and I was having a hard time doing that, and that's our mind is so fast. But then I was trying to number them. I barely could get to like number 5 or 6, because then my mind was already outside of the thought, like, because I'm thinking something else. So try that out if you want to try and see how our mind goes so fast. But practicing this could help also to stay connected to the present, because our head is working anyway. Our head is a brain working nonstop anyway. When we are sitting idle, not only that, when we are doing something else, especially things that we can do without thinking. Let's say you're driving a car or you're cooking or something that does not need your full focus. Our mind is working anyway. So if it is working anyway, why not to put it to work for something good? So that's what I'm trying. And hopefully over time I can train my brain even better to focus on the positives from the past and the positives from the future that I was talking about. So I think I might try that throughout the day and see how that works. So when I make the next video, I will talk about it, how that worked. That would be a good focus points for today, to see how that works, because when I try to get grounded to the present moment, I've been doing that, but and it's working decent, but still our mind goes to the other direction, right? So I'm gonna try that. So I'll take a few deep breaths and then I'm gonna get going. So far, I'm still thinking of the puja, which is a good thing. My mind is focused on that. So, and hopefully when it comes to breaking the pattern, yesterday, I think it worked really good when I went out. That helped. It was a little different than last few days, and it helped. And I'm hoping that today with the puja, as my mind stays with prayer, energy of the prayer, I feel peaceful, because our outer reality we can't change, especially the Buddha, how he would say the first arrow. The first arrow is the events that occur outside ourselves. We can't really change them. So the second arrow and the third arrow is when we make it worse by thinking and worrying, and that is what we can control, because that is in our mind, is all in our mind. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And also with those arrows, the other point I came up with for myself is, even if we have a third arrow, fourth arrow, we can always release it, right? We don't have to stick with that. So try to release those arrows. I'm going to try those too. So yeah, I'll take a few deep breaths and finish the video. And also, I'll try this, that I'm not going to talk about the stuff that I can control or the sickness and all that, because I noticed less I speak about it, it's better. It stays less in my head. So I'm going to try that too. Okay, bye.